Happy Monday, our fine friends. Welcome to a new week. Things are kicking off with a whole lot of news on this fine November 13th morning. We've got info on Rocket League Physical, on Nintendo making a Billy, and on some new Ace Attorney titles exclusive to Switch. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach and Gabe. We are here. We are ready to go. Gabe, take it away.
So, everybody's very excited for the release of Rocket League this week. It does have cross-platform play, but some people wanted to get it physical. So, Twitter user Mr. Phalange says to Jeremy Dunham, who is vice president at Psionic Studios, makers of Rocket League, he asks, when can we expect the physical version of Rocket League for the Switch to arrive? Trying to figure out if the wait is worth it. And to that, Jeremy Dunham says, after digital, i.e. not this week, but still determining with what partner if it will make sense this year or early next. We should know in the next week or two. So it sounds like it's coming to physical sometime after. If you really, really want to play Rocket League, I suggest just downloading it because waiting till next year is going to be tough, I think. At least it would be for me. But they still don't even know who they're going to partner with to release this. It might be like a limited release like some of the Nicholas games do. But I think Rocket League's big enough that I'm sure some company will jump on that opportunity to get physical.
Absolutely. And it sounds like if plans come together well, this could be a December release. If plans take a little bit longer, you might be looking at January or February. So cool, though, that we are getting more and more digital games driving towards store shelves. I love the fact that we have Snipper Clips Plus physical, and Rocket League is pretty cool as well.
For sure.
So what also is cool is Nintendo making $1 billion of profit. CNN reports that Nintendo now expects operating profit for the current financial year of 120 billion yen, which equates to about 1.06 billion US dollars. That would be double the 65 billion yen it predicted 3 months ago, and this, if it comes true, would equate to Nintendo's best performance since 2010 when it had both the Wii and the DS. So 3 months later, they're doubling their profit projections, which just shows how insane the Switch success is.
Your predictions are like pretty far off if you're making double the money. Right? So I find that kind of funny. But This is fantastic news. I'm sure Super Mario Odyssey, being as awesome as it is, is helping a bunch. And yeah, this is just great to see Nintendo get wins again, because for a while during the Wii U era, it was tough for them. And it seems like they're back to status quo. Somebody did point something out, though. They said that if anyone has noticed a pattern where like they'll have a console failed and they'll have one do amazing. Like GameCube didn't do super well, but then Wii did amazing. Now Wii U didn't do super well, but now Switch is doing amazing. So they're seeming to follow a pattern here. So I'm scared for the next console.
Oh, geez. There's also a couple other interesting notes in this report. They have upped the prediction of game sales from 35 million Switch games this year to 50 million. Which is quite a big jump. And there is a video game analyst in the article who, interestingly, says that Switch is the big driver for Nintendo for the next 3 to 5 years. But after that, Nintendo's mobile games business will become a force to reckon with. So he thinks that they still are going to double down on cell phone titles in the future. We know that they've got, Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem and Mario Run. I don't know how much I agree with this dude here, but I do love the direction that Nintendo is going. And our third and final story of the day is a great one, Gabe, from classic Nintendo predictor extraordinaire Laura Kate Dale, who now works for Kotaku in the UK. And she talks about a Capcom call that they had. It was a recent investor call, and they talked about bringing more games to the Switch in 2018, which we've talked about before. But they also mentioned Ace Attorney as a franchise they want to bring to Switch, and Laura K. Dale has spoken to 2 independent sources that say there's 3 Ace Attorney games headed to Switch, and they plan on releasing 2 compilations between April and October of next year, one being the first 3 Phoenix Wright games, one being numbers 4 through 6, and they also say that they will have a brand new Ace Attorney for Switch as well. So a whole lot of lawyer sims coming our way.
Have you played these games?
I have. I played the early ones. I haven't played the later ones, but back in the day on the DS, I really liked. I played the first 2 all the way through. I don't know if they still hold up, in at least for me, but back then they were like super fun and very interesting. The DS had so many unique titles like Trauma Center, Phoenix Wright. It was just a really cool time back then.
This is one of those franchises that has just always eluded me. I've never played these games, and I know people like them, and they were big on DS. They could still be big. I don't know. So these compilations are perfect for me because that gives me a chance to go back and check out the history a little bit and see how these games are. So I'm all for it. Compilations plus the new games. These games have been on Nintendo devices forever, so it could be good.
Yes, and they claim that all of this leads up to that new release late in 2018, which will feature Phoenix Wright and 5 cases and be a new inspiration for lawyers all around the globe. Now, just a quick final little note here. Ace Attorney Trilogy has already released on 3DS, and these 2 compilations have also released on mobile. So it would be a no-brainer for them to port them to Switch, gauge interest, get some dollars, and then get that brand new one out later in the year. Let us know which story you're most excited about. Nintendo making $1 billion in profit, doubling their projections even from 3 months ago. We've got Rocket League hitting physical sometime late this year, early next, and we've got a whole lot of Ace Attorney action up in your Switch. We hope you're having a great start to your week, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. A whole lot of game releases, so we've got a whole lot of gameplay planned. So make sure to subscribe so that you can see all the latest and greatest from the Switch and its upcoming lineup. Until next time, everybody, for myself and Gabe, Switch Force out.